No sex. No sex of any kind.
It's a beautiful moment. Feels wrong.
I said one thing and I did another.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna talk about the Bachelor fantasy suite. Oh my god, it was insane. We need to talk about this because it was crazy. Okay, let's talk about, so this is gonna be episode 10 of the Bachelor. So this episode left a freaking bad taste in my mouth. Like, I was debating, should I hook up this or should I I don't know. It doesn't make me happy to hook up this episode, but I have to. Okay, let's go. So this video will be in Thailand. Is it Gabby? Zach says it's gonna be like where you get engaged. I guess like the fantasy suite will pass, and then they will have like the engagement also that we spend like 2 weeks in Thailand.
We are officially in fantasy suite week. It is absolutely insane to think that engagement is around the corner.
Fantasy suite week and the engagement week. Okay, you say love is in the air. The vibe is good, as I say.
The vibe feels good here. Love is in the air.
You can see his future with the 3 ladies, and Thailand is the most perfect place for Gabby to tell Zach that she's falling in love with him.
I think Thailand is the most perfect place to tell Zach that I am falling in love.
And so after Zach made his speech, they show the girls, girl have the own intro. I have the intro. She says something about she's falling in love with Zach. The connection starts late.
We did kind of start late in this process.
But she's very happy about her connection with Zach.
He makes me feel so good. He has never failed to make me feel validated, to make me feel confident.
And also Katie, she made her intro. She said how Zach has been so good. Like, she said all those things about like Zach be like a great guy.
Like, to be able to open my heart to such an amazing man, like, it feels amazing.
I'm not so sure about that, Katie. We're gonna talk about it. Zach has his talk with Jesse, and they talk about, he said to Jesse like fantasy suite is like no for like the sex week, but he's gonna do things different. So it's gonna be no sex of any kind in fantasy suite.
No sex. No sex of any kind.
So that's the decision that he made. Jesse said, are you sure you're gonna be able, you're not gonna be taunted?
It's hard.
You're really gonna be able to pull this off? Because
It'll be tough.
You are gonna be tempted.
He said that's what he wanna do, and he think it would be good for the person who wanna be engaged.
But it's not how I imagine a healthy engagement should start.
Okay. And he decided after speaking to Sean, he come up with that decision. And Sean told him, do what make you feel comfortable. So he decided no sex this week. And Jesse said, oh, you're gonna be taunted. He said that's something that he want to start an engagement. Zach said it's going to be difficult, but he's up to the challenge. Okay, then we have our first date during the fantasy suite first date. So Aria, so she make her intro about how she gonna approach this week. She said something about like be physical is something important for her.
To me, that's really important. Being physical with someone is a big part of loving someone, getting to know them.
Like, it's also in the process to get to know someone. Yeah, going around, like Zach come to pick her up, so they're going around Thailand. They go into the market and they carry different food. Apparently they left maybe around 6 p.m. because it was already nighttime by the time they arrived to the market, and they try different food. They try like cricket, and they eat a lot of those type of food. They have just a date like in the market. Instead of firework, they have like somebody flip the fire. And now the next portion of the date. No, during the date, still during the day after the commercial, they show Gabby. She says she's worried. She haven't seen Zach for 10 days.
Now I just feel stressed and nervous. It's really hard to not see someone for like 10 days and then feel like this.
Wow, since she got the first one, So, and there were like 3 other one-on-one, and then so now she's like second date. So she haven't seen Zach for 10 days. She says she's feeling insecure, she have doubt. And we go back to Zach and Ariel night portion. Ariel is happy to find someone who match her energy. She told us, it's like, I said, yeah, when we are together, it's always fun. We match each other energy. Ariel said that she's been holding back during a long time, but she kind of told her mom a little bit. She said she's falling for him. She falling in love with him. I think she said something similar to that. Maybe she said, I'm falling for you. But now she says she's actually falling in love with him.
But I definitely am falling for you. I definitely am falling in love with you.
Feel better. Zach didn't say much. It's like, just kiss her. And then there's a card with the kid. Do you want to go and just spend this? Say, oh, go to your individual home. Like, we know about those things. Mr. Zach told Ariel, okay, this week sex is off the table.
That this week in particular, sex being off the table.
Ariel wasn't happy about that decision, but she said, okay, this is how you want to do things, okay? I want to interfere. So Ariel said that she doesn't like to plan things ahead in advance.
I don't like to plan anything in advance. I don't like to go into any of our dates with like such a plan.
But she respects Zach's decision.
So I understand where you're coming from. I understand your position, and I appreciate that.
I still want to go in the fantasy suite so that we can talk. Continue conversation. It's not just about that. She's respect his decision. They are kissing by the boom. Then on the bed, remember, no sexy time. And the next day, they are fully wearing the clothes. Nothing happens. I say that it was a hard decision. That's what I say. Okay, let's keep going. We are Gabby. They went to the boat. Like, you know, the preview, they saw Gabby, like, she's always in the boat with Zach. Zach is wearing that blue shirt. So they showed that part a lot in the preview. So they have the boat date. And then Gabby's worried. She haven't seen him in a while. And Gabby start like panicking. She said, be second. She was so calm, and that came out of nowhere. And she started saying, oh, I don't like being second. And because in my last relationship, her ex-boyfriend, she always had the fear of being second. It's not because of Zach, it's because of what things happened in the past before. So she doesn't like being second.
Not seeing you for so long and then being the second fantasy suite, I was like, oh, I feel very second again.
Zach was shocked first, and then he did his best to reassure her. And I didn't like the way Gabby was talking to herself. She said, I feel disgusting, I feel ugly. I'm like, Gabby, please, girl, you're so beautiful. Don't say those things about yourself. Yeah, and after Zach did his best to reassure her, he also said, oh, I wasn't always like this, blah, 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 blah. My relationship, I was also insecure. Like, don't worry about that. And they have the night part of the day. I love Gabby outfit in this night portion. Zach said the same thing. So after she read the card, he said, this is not going to be sex. It's off the table. I want to like actually be intimate with the person I plan to propose to. So that's why he decided.
Is approaching this entire week not having sex with fantasy suites.
She said she didn't expect that. The Gabby said she didn't expect that decision. She said, I won't try to seduce you, but she's like laughing. Oh, Gabby.
I won't try to seduce you. But thank you for sharing that.
And they went to like the boat, small boat again. It was like to go to the fantasy suite place. It's like you have to take like a small boat and there's a home and blah, blah, blah. I think it's like the hotel, maybe close to the water, like, you know, tropical place. And the next day, they're all wearing clothes. So again, we assume like nothing happened like during Aria date, but everything was good so far, right? We keep going. I'm like, this episode started like the way it started. I'm saying, no, it's just gonna be a normal fantasy episode. We are not gonna have last Bachelor Clayton, all the crazy drama during fantasy. Zach, so far in the season, I did criticize him for the way he reacts to conflict when we have like the lady and stuff like that. And then I'm like, he has been making a lot of smart decisions all season. I wasn't expecting what I watched tonight. I like after this episode, maybe I wouldn't say I don't see that to yourself, but I kind of feel like Gabby will say I feel disgusted, but I didn't feel ugly. I feel the situation was ugly. Like I don't know. We're gonna talk about it. Let's see. Okay, everything good happened, and during the next day, he was like, when they show the fantasy suite, it's 11:11. I was just looking. When they show this fantasy suite the next day, people are talking, the film. It's just assume nothing happened. Everything was good. Gabby said we have a lot of color at night. I was like, okay, Zach, respect his school. That's why he decided to do so. He's follow the decision that he decided to make. Nothing to worry about, hi? Yeah, Uche sit on the couch with Jesse and say, I made a decision to not have any sex. But thing went directly, it went in the opposite direction with Gabby.
With Gabby in our overnight, we both agreed and wanted to have sex.
I'm like, oh my god. WTF, Zach. All the decision he make this season, like be the good guy. I'm not saying that him having that is be a bad guy, but that good guy image that you were wanting to portray all season, you just topple on the floor today. It's not just because of this you decided to do this, but we're gonna talk about that. So he talked to JC, saying what he said no sex, and then he decided to have it with Gabby. So JC said no, don't worry about it. So he said Zach said it was a decision that we make together. We wanted to explore our connection. It was important for our relationship. I'm like, understand, but you should have shut your mouth. Nobody asked you to put the rule, no sex rule. Nobody asked you to say that. You made that decision and you decided to do something else. I'm gonna talk about Katie in a little bit later, but that's broken your promise, The next day, that's not even the problem. Him having sex with Gabby is not the problem. We're gonna talk about the problem. After talking to Jesse reassured him like it's okay. Why does Jesse is always in this situation? I don't know. I don't know. I should feel bad for Jesse or I don't know. Why does he always end up in the situation that you have to take care of Clayton and now Zach? Oh, poor Jesse. A lot of drama around your life. Oh, we have our overnight time. Even though like he decided not to and we decided to do it together, right? It was okay. She didn't have to worry about that. But Zach was talking to Jesse. He decided that he wanted to be honest. He wanted to tell other people about his intimate time with Gabby. And he went to tell Gabby.
Are you supposed to be on a date right now?
Yeah, there you go.
He said, oh, our overnight time was great. And he told Gabby that he wanted to be honest during this season. It ought to be better if he tell other people about that. Oh my god, Gabby felt a little bit disgusted. Oh, that was almost intimate, and why do you want to tell other people about that? Say he wanted to be honest, he wanted to have no sex, and they decided to have it, so he cannot keep going without being honest and tell Gabby, I'm falling in love with you.
And I'm definitely falling in love with you.
I don't know, Zach. Who is the guy? Who is the good guy that they showed me at the beginning of the season? I know I was criticizing Zach for a lot of things that happened with Brianna and other girls. But really, Zach, I got the ape this episode. I don't know. I got it. Like you said, they said in one of those things, if you got it, you cannot take it. It's not. Maybe sometimes it goes away, but I got it. Because after that, he literally went to tell Gabby. It's like, Gabby will feel like you regret the time that we have together. Say, I have to be honest. I have to tell other people. More like I have to tell a million of people gonna watch this show, not just Gabby. I have to tell other people. And also he told her, I fall in love with you. Even say he had a beautiful moment in his confession with Gabby. It's like, not with Gabby. So he was telling that after it's done talking to Jesse, I have a beautiful moment with her. Now it's hard. It felt hard.
It was a beautiful moment. Feels wrong.
Exactly. He told Gabby. Gabby kind of feel weird about that. I don't know. Now this episode just tell me, after the one time, when I saw the one time, I was like, Katie gonna take this. After watching this fantasy show, I'm like, I don't know if I even want. I'm gonna talk about it in a bit. I don't know if I want any of those girls to end up with Zach, but let's talk about it. Zach and Katie 101, okay? Gabby have a wonderful time, and then Zach went to tell her. He told her fall in love with her. She's confident about that, but kind of like she kind of feel like he regret the moment that they spent together. Next day, Zach and Katie 101. This date started nicely.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm excited to explore Thailand with you. So
We're gonna have a great day.
Katie, in her confession before all that, she said, I told Zach, if you want someone to give compliment to Zach, just tell Katie. He's a great guy. He's an amazing man. He's perfect. He's this and that. Katie had only great thing to say about Zach. I'm scared for her. And she says she doesn't, to all the men in her life left her, exception for her brother, how she felt disappointed by all the men that came to her life. Zach is planning to tell Katie about the time that he had with Gabby. And then, here is mine. The most surprising thing for me, Zach would think that, I'm just going to tell Katie, it's not going to affect our day. We're just going to keep going. It's like he didn't even think clearly to think, this is going to backfire.
But I have all the faith in the world that she is someone that can handle this conversation.
Like Zach, when he was talking to Jesse, don't say anything. Maybe because he already take no sex and he did it, it's gonna backfire anyway because they should be watching back. Yeah, if we go back, he should have not just say that whole at the beginning. He should have keep it to herself, and then whatever happened, maybe his fantasy, or maybe be honest with Katie in their own time. I just don't know. And then when in his mind was like, I'm just gonna tell her because I'm honest, she's gonna take it well. No, she's not gonna take it well. Katie was like, you can see when Zach was telling Katie, the feeling, not the feeling that she got for him. You can see Katie face change, dramatically change. All the trust, all the amazing thing that she said about him was just going away. It's like seeing Katie together the home time, happy, bubbling inside, and you see Katie now, she's like a different picture. I feel bad for Katie. And she was even saying, Zach, you should have kept it. You should have not told me.
It's like, I know that you're gonna follow your heart. I know that you're trying to fall in love. I get that. I don't need to know.
So she wasn't happy about that, and I feel so bad for her because I know Katie history. When she talking about men not trusting a lot of men who enter her life, talking about her ex-boyfriend 7-year relationship going back and forth, and Zach decided to when he made this decision, decided to be honest with Katie. For him, it's like, she's just going to take it while we're going to keep going with our date. We have a whole date plan. It completely destroyed her date. It destroyed her whole date.
No, seeing you upset this is
Well, what did you expect, Zach? What you think I'm gonna be like? Yay!
It's like you choosing to tell her hey during your date and you just destroy her whole date. I don't even know. This whole episode was weird to me. I don't even know what I was watching. I take note. My notes are empty. I don't even have 3-page notes. Usually I take at least 5 or 6 notes for the episode. My notes are empty because I was kind of disgusted by this episode. Not that disgusted that he did something awful. I was like, I felt weird during the episode. I don't know if I trust Zach like I used to. Because he portrayed the good guy so well. I'm not saying that he did something so terrible. the trust has been broken. Nobody asked him to make that no sex rule at the beginning of the episode and then go and broke the episode. It's like for someone like Katie, if you end up with her, someone who values trust, someone who told you about how the men in her life left, how her dad left, how her stepdad left, how her boy talk about her boyfriend, talk about how much she want to trust you. And you go and did that, and then you come here like it's nothing. You even see that if you want to be engaged to someone, intimacy is like important. It will be between you and the person that you choose to be.
Like loving one person at the end of this and sharing that intimate moment should be saved for that moment of engagement.
Now, I'm not just talking about Katie. It's like if you decided to choose Katie and then you were intimate with somebody else. You know, you watched Clayton season. Did you choose to just forget about this part of Clayton season? You were doing so well, Zach. Beside all the way he was rendering coffee. Other thing, you were doing kind of well. And then you decided to do similar thing. Almost the exact same thing as Clayton. It wouldn't be, I don't even know. I need to talk about this. I need to find, I don't know if it's the exact same thing, but we haven't seen the final yet. We haven't seen the two girls get rejected and say, I love you the most. We haven't seen that crazy part yet. We don't know what's going to happen next week, but you kind of going to work that way, Zach. You think, I just want to tell her, I'm honest, I was intimate with another person. It's not that big of a deal. It's like, you say that it's important for the person that you choose to get engaged. You say at the beginning of the episode that you will get engaged in Thailand. And something like this happened 5 days before the engagement. I don't even know, 10 days. I don't know how many days. You put your foot in your mouth. I don't know. By making that no sex rule and then doing it and then breaking your own promise. And I don't even know. And go tell Gabby. Gabby now she felt bad. And you can see toward the end of this episode how Gabby felt like, oh, I'm not Zach's priority anymore. Katie didn't take it well, so they didn't continue like it was supposed to take. She was taking her time to like take the information in and process on it, decide whether she want to stay or leave. And it's like we're literally about it. The season is about to end, and like he's dropping on her. She was like kind of debating, am I gonna stay? She handled it the best way that she can. I'm like, if I was Katie, I would leave. But I'm not Katie. She must really like Zach. She decided to stay. And we saw the night portion. She was talking to him. They still went to the fantasy suite. But I don't know if something happened or not. And we have the whole ceremony. Time for the whole ceremony. And the crazy thing, Zach didn't tell Arya. After he said no sex rule, like nothing happened with Arya. And then something happened with Gabby, and then I don't know if something happened with Katie, but I think she was probably way too pissed at Zach to do anything. So he gave the first rose to Katie.
Will you accept this rose?
Yes, I am.
This is where Gabby, she's working on her insecurity and stuff like that. You can see how she broke down during her date with Zach. And now she saw Zach giving the first rose to Katie. Even though they have that amazing time, even though he tell her she's falling in love with her. He didn't even tell Katie he was falling. I'm pretty sure he really fall in love with Katie. And then the next day when he have his moment with Gabby, it was like regretting already. I don't know what happened. I don't want to be in Gabby's position right now. He gave the first rose to Katie, and then Gabby was panicking. I have no idea what's going to happen this week. And the second was Gabby got the rose.
Gabby, will you accept this rose?
Arya's going home. Arya's going home clueless. She have no idea that Zach didn't follow his no sex rule. And she have no idea how Katie date was completely destroyed by Zach.
That future and that life that you envisioned is just like gone in a cloud in a way.
I'm like, after this episode left a bad taste in my mouth, because like I usually watch The Bachelor. It's like the episode can be boring, the episode can be interesting, the episode can be crazy and insane, but after this day I got an ache. I'm like, I don't know about Zach anymore, because the standard that he set, and then he didn't follow that standard. It's like, I don't know if I can trust him or not. I don't know if he's good for Katie, because she's like, when you look at her past and everything that she talked, like the whole time, like trust and save important, like making that promise, not fully respecting his promise. I don't know if it's good for Gabby either, because the way Gabby was talking about her insecurity and how she's working on that. Zach responded to her. He kind of like, at the beginning, he didn't do much, but after he kind of like console her a little bit. And then the next day when he decided that I'm going to go tell Katie, tell the rest of the world what happened in the fantasy suite. I don't know. She would feel disgusted. Like, I don't know if Zach is a good match for Katie. I don't know if he's a good match for Gabby. I don't even know. I know for sure he's not a good match for Arya. Arya is way too cool. Let's be honest. She's way too cool. Arya went home, so she's still the coolest girl ever. Oh my gosh. I love Charity as a Bachelor. I also wanted Arya to be the Bachelor. Hopefully she's in paradise. I really want to see her in paradise. Like I say, next week is final week. The way you look right now, I feel like Zach gonna choose Katie, but you never know. I really wanted him to choose Katie. I was rooting for Zach and Katie, but after watching this episode, I don't know if I want Zach to end up with Katie. I like Katie way too much for want her to end up with Zach. I don't know. I'm talking about Zach like he can't be saged. That's funny.
Classless and all the things, and I'm like this terrible person that can't be saged. Like, no, that's not true. I did say that. That is right, and that's not right. One can be saged.
I'm not saying that. I'm just feel like for Katie, what she's been through a lot. I feel like starting like an engagement like that with Zach, it wouldn't be good. This thing like sex and stuff is always like backfire in the Bachelor world. When you start a relationship, you get engaged and freaking to it. What are you doing it? At least if you do it, it's between you. You should talk together. Don't let the whole world know. Gosh, the internet. I just want to say good luck, Zach, this week. Hopefully people are not too mean to you on the internet, because I was just disappointed. I didn't want to film. I didn't want to clap. The episode gave me the ick in general. I don't know. I was expecting more for this episode. I don't know. It's like you watch everything for Clayton season. Hard not to do the Clayton, but you still end up doing things like Clayton. I don't know. And the way you talk to Gabby the next day, the way you talk to Katie, the way you in your area, you didn't even tell her what you did and just send her home. I don't know. Good luck this week. I don't feel happy to talk about this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.